Without much ado, I'll introduce upstage Mr. Richard. Mr. Richard. Mr. Richard Agri, upstage. Mr. Richard Agri, you're welcome to stage.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Have you ever wondered why you sometimes feel fear?
Why you feel fear?
Why you feel fear? Why do you sometimes feel fear? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to show you a 2-minute clip.
What's wrong? No, it was just needed some fresh air. The vodka was a long way. Bruce. Let's go. Walt, George, fast. That's fine. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Here you go. It's fine. It's fine. Just take it and go. So, George,
Don't be afraid were the last words of Thomas Wayne to his son Bruce as he runs on the wet concrete floor of the alley. He swore that he was going to avenge them. But you see, like Bruce, some of us still experience the limitations of fear in many forms and shapes. After his awful incident in the bat cave as a child, he got an uncontrollable, fully fledged phobia of bats, a limitation he had to deal with if he ever had any hopes of keeping his promise. Subsequently, as time passed, he developed himself into a competent crusader against crime with depth knowledge in criminology, forensics, criminal psychology, and ninjutsu. He eventually conquered his fear and made that which he feared his symbol. As Batman, his alter ego sent dreadful shivers to Gotham's underworld. Be that as it may, fear is the emotion experienced in anticipation of a specific pain or danger, usually accompanied by a desire to flee or fight. Conversely, I'll choose to define fear as false evidence appearing real. Reason being that whatever fear triggers in our minds is absolute lies. For instance, it's time for me to present my speech, and I'm afraid and shaking, and maybe my words may muffle in this particular situation. Then I think to myself, I'm going to be judged negatively. Realizing that there may be new faces, there may be a camera in front of me, and all kinds of things against me. Realizing the threat, fear sends a sensible response to my body, which may go like this: warning, warning, you are under attack. You know, at this point, it is up to me to confront the impending danger by fighting it or taking a wing's flight with my tail behind my legs, between my legs, that is. Supposing I choose option flee, more stress hormones will be released by my brain, which will cause me to panic or act irrationally. Even more, the brain now has a reference point of this exaggerated sense of danger. This exaggerated sense of danger we call a phobia. And usually what happens really is that anytime I'm defeated in a particular situation, I'm defeated throughout my entire life. And that is how it works. There are many types of fears. The fear of public speaking, which stands at a staggering 74% of the US population. The fear of death, which stands at 68%. The fear of spiders, which stands at 30.5%, etc. There's so many fears, but I wouldn't want to delve into it due to time. So how do we overcome fear? First off, objectify your fears. You need to realize that fear is causing havoc to your life. And also you need to be aware of its effects to your health and general well-being. Remember that fear is 100% dependent on you for its survival. Secondly, you need to identify your fears. Reflect on whatever makes you afraid and play the pictures in your mind about the situation. One other thing too that you need to realize is that fear is not real. In fact, it is there to make reality seem scarier than it is. So you have nothing to lose at all but fear itself. Last but not least, take action, knowing that fear only exists in your mind. So then, by facing your fears, you make them weaker. In conclusion, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, and I quote, "The mind is a sacred enclosure into which nothing harmful can enter except by your permission." Unquote. Fear has been a disabling factor for so many dreams. Face your fears and you'll be forever free. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richard. I'm so inspired by the topic